Welcome to the Digital Maddie Show. This is a platform where I share my knowledge on how to record an amazing video, create your personal brand, and build your online business with ease and comfort with social media marketing. I also invite many influencers and digital marketers on this show and ask amazing questions to extract their secrets of business, which can help you in your business and life. Let's get started with your host. Hi, my name is Digital Mithil and I'm a YouTube and video podcast expert, and I help aspiring video influencers to record their video and podcast and make sales through video marketing. We have an amazing guest on our show. She is already into the studio. She's going to speak on health and wellness and much more into it. So let's get started. So let's welcome on the show Nasia. Let me introduce her. She is I'm sorry, मेरे को हंसी क्यों आ रही है?
मुझे भी हंसी आ रही. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out.
Yeah. चलो. So once again, okay? So let's welcome on the show Nasia. Let me introduce her. She is a fitness instructor and a nutrition expert with 4 years of experience. She drives her clients to overcoming their health, nutrition, and fitness challenges by giving precise solutions which differs from each client. So welcome Nasia on the show.
Thank you for having me on your show, and it's been an honor to have this interaction with you.
Most welcome, Nasia. So, Nasia, let me ask you one of my favorite questions. So, which is your favorite quote or a line that motivates you on a daily basis?
This is something that this particular quote is actually by one of my an inspiration model. His name is Brendan Burchard, and I have been following his work from quite some time, but this quote of his is really amazing. So it goes as like, choose to be curious instead of discouraged, and your life will never be the same. So I apply this in my health, in my life, in every aspect of my life. So yeah, if you think about it, it has a big meaning towards it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm his big fan too. His books, 1 Minute Managers, are really awesome.
Yeah.
So, Nasia, can you share your backstory with us?
Yeah. It is, fitness is a very, very important part of my life. More than fitness, it is health, because there's one thing that I tell all of my clients, that being thin and skinny and lean is not healthy. Okay, so when people come and say that, oh, I want to be really lean, or I want to be really skinny, that is not health at all. So more than fitness, health is important. So health always translates into a fit body, a fit mind. So making sure your health is fine is a great asset for yourself. And now this health has been a very, very big part of my life, because I have been surrounded by doctors. My inspiration is my father, and he always gave importance to health from a very young age in my life. And I was always a skinny girl when I was young. But as I grew up, and as life changed a little bit, I started putting on weight, and then I started putting on too much of weight. And I used to go through a lot of issues in school because of my weight, and being mocked at, being bullied, and it was not a very pleasant experience at all. And then I went through a whole process where I did a lot of different diets, lot of different workouts, and nothing used to work. And then I brought in balance in my life, and balance worked out. And so that day I realized, oh, I have become mature enough to use the word balance in my life, because all this journey started from the age of 13. So lived in peace for a very long. So finally, when I was at the age of 17, I started my actual balanced fitness journey. I lost all the weight that I had put on over many years, and stuck to a very, very good health routine. and managed to keep that weight maintenance and lived an overall healthy life for a very long time. And then again, life hit hard and I lost that balance somewhere. So that just shows that how human we all are, right? So this happens in all of our lives, where we manage to bring something in routine and then we somewhere lose it. And then the whole plus point of this journey is that you always learn to pull yourself back up and keep yourself grounded and keep moving forward. So that's how my journey started. And now I am in that point of my life where I am moving forward. I am losing weight again, becoming healthy again, and bringing that balance back, bringing a great routine back. And now I thought that since I have been doing this and for myself, and I've known all the tricks, the tips, and the fails and the successes of this journey, I thought I would translate it and spread it around to the world, contribute it to people who are going through a similar journey, maybe worse, maybe better, but I would want to go ahead with this journey with a community of my own. And I want to give back to the world. That's where I started with my own brand of Breathe Fit and Free. And it's been going amazing. And I'm enjoying every bit of it. I'm enjoying that it's not just me who is changing and who is becoming better, but it's my clients, and who are becoming my family and friends, and everybody is getting a little bit of goodness through me, and it makes me feel good and makes me sleep better at night. So that's a little short version of my story.
That's awesome, Nasia, and we wish you all the best in the success, and may your brand grow much bigger and better and serve a lot of people and transform them into a much healthy lifestyle.
Thank you very much for that. Yeah.
Most welcome, Nasia. So, Nasia, let me ask you a couple of questions. You have mentioned in your websites and on your various social platforms about yo-yo dieting, emotional eating, and mind play. So, can you share something more about it?
Yeah. So as I had mentioned to you that at the age of when I started the actual fitness journey of mine, didn't have a lot of right guidance, and it was those times when fitness was just gyms working out, and there were some DVDs being distributed at that time. So it comes from that time. So that time it was the whole phase of Atkins diet, and it was protein rich diet, no carbohydrate, and you have these fat diets that come as seasons, and they come and they go, and people go through them like seasonal changes, and they actually, it's more than doing good to your body, it's damaging your bodies. So in yo-yo dieting, what we do is we are in the whole process of changing our like, especially when our goal is of weight loss, then we want quick results, we want to have big results. So when we think of quick and big results, then what we do is first we go on a starvation mode. Normally that's the first thing people do, go on a starvation mode. They give up eating a lot of things, they don't enjoy themselves well, they lose the enjoyment out of their life, they work out harder, and then it's not a sustainable way at all. So in yo-yo dieting, what happens, people diet and then they give up on it, then they go back to eating all the things possible because they have lost something that for that duration that they were dieting, and then they go eat all the junk possible, and then they have this whole guilt trip in within themselves, and then again they go into a diet, and it keeps going as an up and down, you know, a peak, up and down peak, and it is not at all healthy. And the mind play, when it comes to it, is it translates into emotional eating. So what happens every time you go into stress of not losing weight or being stressed out by the other external factors in your life, you end up connecting your emotions to food somehow, and it starts damaging your body. So I went through a whole phase where every time I was stressed, I could finish eating a liter of ice cream in one go, and that's not something that people are supposed to do. And then over time I realized that I went through um, I had a very good expert supporting me as well through that journey. And I realized that, first of all, there is no connection between emotions and food at all. Okay, food is just supposed to be eaten so that you can have healthy lifestyle and great energy for you to live day by day. So breaking that mindset, breaking the whole the up and down journey of yo-yo dieting is very important. And how we do that is a whole process that, if you join me, I can take you through the process. But it's an amazing process. You will learn a lot more about balance in your life. And there are a lot of research that say, okay, this diet is better, high fat, low carbs, high protein. But then this one consistent message that has been given throughout many years in nutrition and fitness is the importance of balance. Even in school we have learned the importance of balanced diet, and I think we should apply that, because that is more sustainable, rather than we doing something that works for short time and then we overcompensating for what we lost and then again going back to starving. It doesn't work out. So we all I tell all my clients that we need to break the cycle of the yo-yo dieting, which leads us to an emotional turmoil, and then we just do stress eating. So and our mind is disturbed constantly, it is disturbed, and many people live in this, especially when it comes to food, because it's a very essential part of our life. And when people connect this with their daily affairs, and even when they are stressed with work, they want to think of food and they want to eat food, and it's just an unhealthy way of living life. So my aim is that people break this barrier, people break this entire process of the up and down mind play of how your brain is working. And there are ways to break free from it, there are ways to overcome it, and eventually have freedom, and you can actually live a life where you eat everything in a very monitored manner, but in a very sustainable way. So the aim of giving sustainability in food, in exercise, everything is what I intend to give out to all my clients. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome, Nasia. So, Nasia, can you share the importance of right nutrition for staying fit?
Absolutely. This is my favorite part. And like how I just said, when people go into the whole thing of, I want to give up so much of food, or I want to give up sugar out of my food, or I want to give up fats out of my food, it is not the right way to do it, because again, sustainability is very important. So for right nutrition, I think, I make all my clients follow this whole rule of plate systems. So I make them serve their food in the plate. We divide the plate into portions, so there is no calculations. I'm not going to, make you go through the whole process of like a mental strain of weighing your food or calculating your calories. No, it's not a sustainable way. I want all of you to be able to eat food in a way that you can actually do it for your entire life, not something that you do for 2 months or 3 months, or a challenge that I put you on, and it just gives up, and you give up over years. But it's something that has to be done throughout your life. And as you age, obviously your metabolism reduces, so then you have to keep feeding to your body according to its changing needs. So for staying fit, your nutrition should be very balanced. So we have this like a very good portion control system, where we give an amount of protein in the plate, an amount of carbs in the plate, and a very good amount of veggies and fruits, and a very good amount of good fats, and it's all balanced in a plate, and this has to be eaten for every meal. So and it's not like you feel like you're giving up on something or you're reducing something. It's just that maybe the portions will reduce, or the amount you eat will reduce, but you will still have the satisfaction of, if of eating your favorite carbs or your favorite proteins. And then I tell my clients, once a week I tell them that please go enjoy your ice cream this week, go enjoy your ice cream, or go have that you know two small pieces of chocolate that you enjoy. So I don't want people to give up something because that is not sustainable. but there are ways to keep it always in balance, because that's a sustainable way of carrying it. See, overall, be it with food, be it with exercise, be it with your mental health, it should be so well incorporated in your life, integrated in your life, that you are able to follow that routine for till the end of your lifetime. And and especially when you live in a house with family, with kids around, kids see you do that. Like, I would love to share this little thing about my client, where she has this 3-year-old daughter, and they started this plate system in their house, and her daughter has started arranging her food in her own plate with little portion sizes. And so, from 3-year-old she's starting this, and she's going to have a very very healthy way of eating food from the age of 3. So when include your kids in your activity, it's a fun activity to arrange food in a plate and make it look as colorful as you can. So getting the right balance of your nutrients, understanding what your body needs, and giving what your body really needs, and in between enjoying those little things that make you feel happy, you can definitely enjoy that. So yeah, great balance is very important.
That's awesome. So I think with the right nutrition also comes the mindset. So what is the right mindset of a great nutrition?
Again, first let's figure out a way where we disconnect our emotions from food. Food is supposed to be eaten so that you get the energy to do all the other things that you want to do in your day. So with the mindset, it's like, I have friends who say, okay, I am really stressed and I'm craving, so I'm just going to eat spoons of sugar, or or like me, I would eat tubs of ice cream. So it's like there is no connection between stress and food. Even after having a tub of ice cream, while I'm having the tub of ice cream, I feel great. But once the tub of ice cream is gone and it's over and I'm not able to eat more, I am back to thinking about what stressed me out in the first place. So your food is not going to solve it. So the mindset with food comes with understanding what your food does for your body, and how important it is to have particular foods. Like, I know a lot of people who say that, no, I just want to eat this, I don't want to eat that, and they limit themselves. I tell them that open your mind to a world of possibilities. Especially now, being in India, I have realized that people don't have concept of salads in the house so much. So, and they say that, it's a waste of time to cut vegetables and have it. And I'm like, it's very important to have that freshness. Just imagine you have a portion of biryani or something fried, and then on top you have something which is completely fresh, pure, raw, and you just accent it with your food. It actually gives you freshness. So that's where your mindset comes, where you don't limit yourself to a certain thing. You open your mind to possibilities. The same people, when they go out of India, they travel, they go to hotels and they go to restaurants and see salads there, they enjoy salads. Why don't you enjoy salads at home as well? So I ask this to a lot of my clients. So again, that's where your mindset plays. So one, you need to break connection between your emotions and food, understand the value of the food that you're eating, and enjoy every little bite that you eat. Like how my grandmother says that when you enjoy every bite, it actually gets absorbed in your body in the complete way that it should. Otherwise, when you're unhappy when you eat, or when you're unhappy about what you eat, then that also creates chaos in your mind. And our the food we eat and the workout that we do to manage a healthy lifestyle and to maintain it, it's not just a very straight process. It has a lot of elements to it. It has hormones acting on it, it has different physiological processes acting into your system, and then your all the nutrients that you eat get absorbed, and where it gets used in your body, everything is very very beautifully designed. So when you keep your mindset open and understand why you need the food and how you should eat the food and enjoy it at the same time, it gives an overall satisfaction of eating healthy food especially. And and that also reduces craving. Like, I have clients who go through my entire process, come and say that the cravings have gone, they are enjoying the food they eat more healthy, and they are able to let go of the unhealthy choices in their life on their own, and they don't even realize it. So it's an amazing process. So I would love each one of you to bring this process in your life, so you can have a sustainable way of eating healthy with a great mindset. Basically enjoy everything that you do and make sure it is healthy.
Absolutely. So, thank you, Nasia, first of all, for sharing, the importance of the right nutrition as well as the right mindset. So, what are the takeaways, Nasia? What are the takeaway tips for overall health of mind and body?
Yeah. People who know me as a friend or as their instructor will know how important it is for me when it comes to hydration. I give like a whole big concept of drinking water, because nowadays with the busy lifestyle and being at home constantly in ACs, people don't feel thirsty, they forget to drink water, or I know people who don't like drinking water. So first and the most important thing is to drink water, the right amount of water, because it aids in everything. It aids in maintaining your weight loss, it aids in losing weight, it takes care of your mood, takes care of all the systems in your body, because your body is mainly made out of water, and all the organs in your body need water. So when you forget, or when you push your body into dehydration mode, then that's when you get overstressed, overworked out. You are not able to give your complete concentration to your family, to your work, to things even that you love to do. Nobody relates all of this to a glass of water, but I say please do drink your glasses of water. For women it is a little over than 2 liters, for men it is a little over than 3 liters, but just make sure it's like 12 glasses for women and 15 glasses for men, and please drink your water to great levels. And there are so many ways to enjoy your water, and I recently did a whole series of ways to enjoy water on my Instagram, so you can definitely go and look at that. And the second thing, when people come to me for workouts, I give the importance of breath. And recently, I have always known the importance of breath and I have followed it myself. But recently, I got the honor of speaking to a doctor in US who gave me this thought that most of us have forgotten the way to breathe in the right way. And breath, actually, when we breathe in the right way, he told us that we should reprogram our bodies and teach our bodies to physiologically breathe in the right way. And breath is very important, because again, your breath can actually drive your body into a continuous fat burning mode, or calorie spending mode, just with your breath. And obviously it can release stress out of your body. What do we do when we say please meditate or relax your body? Or sometimes when we are in anger or when we are panicking, what if we go to a medical professional or anybody around us, what they will tell us to do is just take a deep breath in. But I feel taking a small breath in and taking a big breath out will relax a lot of your stresses out of your body. So just bringing that breath and understanding your breathing, consciously breathing, is very important. And I think for health and fitness, mind health, everything, not just for your weight loss, for people who are at very good weight and who are fit, everybody, conscious drinking of water, conscious understanding of your breath, and bringing consciously breathing and relaxing your body for few minutes as soon as you wake up in the morning and before you sleep. And the third thing that I follow is cold showers in the morning, which is very very important, because it energizes your body, it revitalizes all your cells and drives you forward for the whole day. That's one thing. And not there is another. Nowadays a lot of people who come to me come with the pain complaints of neck pains and back pains. And I've realized that I have realized that people, we are most of the time on our phones, because all our work is on our phones nowadays. Now it's phone, being on the phone is not just leisure, it is work also. So when we are on our phone, our neck is always in a position where our neck is bending down. So I say limit your screen time at least in beginning few hours in the morning and when you're winding down your day. And while you are on the phone during the day, please make sure that your posture is right, because people have posture issues. That is where they end up having weight gain in different areas of their bodies in weird ways, and they have loss of energy because they are constantly in pain. So keep in mind of your posture. So your water, your breath, your posture, and as I had covered, balance eating, and and journaling. This is something that I have started doing the last 3 years of my life, where I wake up and just showing gratitude. If even something as small as I have pain in my body, I thank for the pain in my body, because the pain has come in my body to remind me that I'm doing something wrong with my body. So I would actually thank the pain, and I would work towards either stretching or relaxing my body. And if it is in a very bad state or very bad level, then definitely taking a physician's help is important. But whatever, being in India, what we do is first we do all the home remedies and then we consider a doctor. So I think your first go to home remedy is to show gratitude to everything that your body does for you, your mind does for you, and bring overall gratitude and actually write it down. Like today I since I today I thanked my back. I actually wrote down that I thanked my back because I'm doing a lot of work nowadays, and it is giving me these warning signs that I need to relax or wind down, and it's reminding me for me to shut down my work for at least 40 minutes. So I shut down my work, I relax my back, I come back to my work, I am more energized. So always thank your body pains, always thank for every little thing that your body does for you, and go through this through a journaling session first thing in the morning or before you sleep. And also mentally affirmation for yourself, like you thank for everything that's there. Gratitude is a huge thing, which is the beginning of any journey of your life and ending of any journey of your life. So it's very important. So I would like to end my tips and tricks with the whole gratitude that I have my body that's making me do all of this. Gratitude that I have a mind that's making me strong, and I have a support system around me that is making me drive my dreams forward. So I want all of you to show gratitude to yourself first, for for the people around you, for your own body, so you stay mindfully and physically healthy.
Wow. Awesome. It's a dose of gratitude. Thank you so much, Nasia, for giving that.
Yes.
So, Nasia, all the people who are listening to this episode, if they want to connect with you, how can they do that?
Okay, first, I have started this little, it's a baby of mine. I have started my own podcast, and I have enjoyed the whole journey thoroughly. And I think I have to thank you for that. And so, yes, again, grateful to you for guiding me towards my podcasting journey. So, I would like all of your listeners to listen to my podcast, which is with the name of Breathe Fit and Free with Nasiha Sheikh. It's available across many platforms. And also, I would like people who are interested in my work, or who would like to strike a balance with their food, with their workout, go through relaxation sessions, meditation sessions, or just stretching. And I have got great reviews. And you can follow me on my Instagram and also connect with me for a one-on-one call, and we can have a consultation session, and I can give value. And if you are willing to join me, we can consider talking about that as well.
So all the people who really want to bring their mind, their body in the right shape and be fit and healthy, there are links below in the description. Do check out those links and connect with Nasia and get with her on the one-to-one calls and connect with her. She is awesome when it comes to these exercises and this entire mindset and goals. So thank you so much, Nasia, for giving this opportunity to all the people who are listening to this episode.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. Thank you very much for having me.
Awesome. So Nasia, before we end this particular episode, would you like to say something to our viewers?
Just breathe well, be fit. You don't have to have a very lean body to be fit. Just breathe well, be fit, bring a balance in your life, have freedom of your thoughts through gratitude. And my brand is a message where I want every one of you to breathe fit and free.
Awesome. So thank you so much, Nasia, for being the guest on the show. It was our honor to have you. And thank you so much for providing so much awesome values on nutrition, health, mindset, and much more than that.
Thank you very much for having me here. It's my pleasure.
Glad. So you have just listened to the Digital Maddie Show with your host, Digital Mithil. So thank you so much for listening to our show and giving so much love. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. So this is Digital Mithil signing off at the moment. Until next time, keep rocking. Catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.